Hi guys, we are live. Hopefully it's working. Just getting warmed up, just making sure it's all working. Looks okay. Now I'm going to use this current webcam audio. So guys, let me know if the audio is not good. I can put on a headset, use the microphone, it's fine. But I figured this way, because I often use a headset for better audio, but we'll just see. I think this should be okay. So yeah, just getting warmed up, guys. Who have we got? We got a couple people waiting. Hey guys, thanks for being on time. Go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me where you're from. I'm just getting warmed up, guys. But yeah, I'm here. Tell me where you're from. What city or what country. It's always nice. And anyway, let's keep going. JL Mark 01. So Jill Mark, sick again. I'm not sure. You think I'm sick? Do I sound sick or something? No, I'm not. I'm okay. Just looking through. So the comments have started. All right, guys. So welcome. It's actually Australia Day. That's a public or national holiday here in Australia. So, and there's like an Australian of the Year award. Hey, Jess from LA. Hey, man. So yeah, it's Australia Day. It's a public holiday. I didn't realize it's a public holiday weekend or long weekend. I actually didn't realize. Silly me. I've been busy with other things. But yeah, that's nice. So as usual, I'm still doing a bit of work, and I was working through the weekend. I thought, oh look, chill out, and some friends invited me to a barbecue, so I might go later. We'll see. But yeah, so happy Australia Day. Happy Australia Day, everyone, and that just means it's a long weekend. So as usual, don't drink and drive. Be safe. There's also a lot of police on the roads too for that reason. So just be careful. Don't speed. Don't drink and drive. The police are out in force. And also, fire ban. It's still very hot summertime. For the friends who care, it's about 31 degrees today. Let me just check again. It keeps getting hotter. It keeps fluctuating. But it's about 31 degrees Celsius today right now in Australia. And it fluctuates obviously, but we still have a national bushfire crisis. So the whole of Australia is still on fire. Every region has a fire. So yeah, we're still dealing with that. Hey guys, who we got? We got Fefa Nato and Philly in the Philippines. Brian, hey guys, welcome, and hey, good to hear from you, Brian. Good to hear from all of you. So just warming up, and yeah, just saying happy Australia Day, and just some quick news updates while we wait as well. What else? Now, hopefully they attend. But one of my subscribers actually. Excuse me, one of my subscribers actually asked about some specific topics, so I wanted to share them if they're around. Hello, Jack Kane. Hey guys, welcome. And Jess was first in the house. Hey Jess. So, all right. So the Australian bushfires are getting under control. They've mobilised the military, the army reserves, and things like that. But yeah, a lot of the country is still suffering bushfire. We actually have a long history of drought. That's why. So what I mean is it'll be very dry and we have drought, water shortages, then suddenly it rains, but it's not enough. And that's been going on for years. So year on year drought, year on year the heat's getting hotter. That's why we have this big, huge national bushfire crisis. So already the conditions were not helpful, meaning it'd been getting worse every year. And this was the final big breaking point. And yeah, so finally the Australian government's onto it. Like I said, we've mobilised the military. There's so much great help. Thank you everyone for the whole international community has cared and given it a lot of coverage, which is awesome. There's already charity set up. All those things are already set up. All right, so I'm not asking for anything like that. But I'm just saying, yeah, that finally we're getting some traction, but they're still fighting them. They're actually still fighting the bushfires. So yeah, and we lost 3. We've lost already, I think. Almost 30 firefighters, I think. And of course, other people have lost their homes and lost their lives. But we lost 3 Americans, 3 American firefighters from Colson Aviation. So they're doing the water bombings. They'll drop water on the fire. The aeroplane crashed, C-130 Hercules. So that happened recently. So very sad, condolences. And again, it was so nice that other countries cared and sent help. And yeah, these 3 guys sacrificed their lives, you know. So Jess is asking, in Southeast Australia, yes. Yeah, it's really sad. So I was actually kind of in that area when that crash happened, because I was with family and we were heading to Canberra Airport, and they said airport roads are closed, so they wouldn't let anyone into the airport area. And we could see the smoke. We could see that Pialigo forest was on fire. So we didn't know. We had to, Google it, and we had to just detour. We couldn't go to the airport. So, it was disappointing, but I said, look, let's just get out of here because it's all blocked off. The police have blocked off the airport, the roads. And so finally, we got on the phones and Googled it and found out, that whole area was on fire. Like just next to the airport, there's a forest. And it's also on the border with New South Wales, Queanbeyan. So, yeah, that area was on fire. And also, Colson Aviation had sent up that firefighting plane, and that had crashed just at that time. So, of course, they were grounding flights and going, what happened? So, yeah, it was a bit of a hectic week. So, we knew something was wrong. Why did they just suddenly shut the airport? The lights weren't working. The traffic lights, the electrics in the area weren't working, had been shut down. So that actually happened to me, impacted me, meaning I was actually in that area. And that's why I did the post as well on Facebook. So, so for those of you who don't know, check me out on the Facebook page, Bee Adventures on Facebook, and Bee Adventures on Instagram, new on Insta. So, I'd been posting a lot of news updates on that. I'm just looking through my notes. So, yeah, we've typically had a very long history of drought and bushfires. And just for people to understand, we're not getting enough rain. So, yeah, we have a little drizzle here, or bit of a storm there. But the last time I checked, it keeps changing. Some experts, weather experts and Bureau of Meteorology, the Bureau of Meteorology, whatever they're called. They're our big weather bureau. But anyway, the experts were saying that we need something ridiculous, like 3 months of full-time rain. It needs to rain every day for 3 months to replenish the dams and to help replenish, water and bring back the wildlife and all that, the greenery. So you see what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Mother Nature doesn't just dump 3 months of rain nonstop, but just to help people understand. And then we would still need torrential. When it's drizzly, just a little bit drizzly, we would still need torrential rain for the rest of the year just to maintain the water. You see, just to keep the water in the land and in the dams. So yeah, that's, a viewer actually asked about it. I forgot who it was. I think it was Roy. Anyway, look, I don't want to get too distracted. But yeah, so he was asking about the history. So that's been going on for, I think, good 10 years. Yeah, so not to exaggerate, it's been going on for some time. And guys, we're just getting warmed up. We'll see who's here as well. You've got a couple of people watching. Yeah, thanks, guys. Welcome. Just warming up. I was just talking about the Australian bushfires. So the country's still on fire, but it's getting under control. The temperatures are dropping. It was 40 degrees Celsius for a long time. Now it's dropping down to the 30s, and sometimes even low 20s, like 28 degrees, 25 degrees sometimes, just depending if we have some rain or a gust of wind or whatever. So, yeah, still dealing with that. This has been going for months. So it truly has been a crisis, a national crisis. And even though it's very sad, I think it's been nice that it's helped us band together. It's been nice that it's helped maybe, how can I say it, motivate us and move us as a country. Support and help that so many of the international friends and allies have all been very supportive here. And, you see people even on social media posting, pictures of koalas and that's actually a thing, like that animal rescue and, burnt kangaroos and things. So people care. It's nice. I mean, I think it's really nice. Meaning, though there's a tragedy and crisis, hopefully, we can triumph and overcome it. And anyway, it shows that there's some good in people, that I think people are generally good around the world. Guys, also let me know about the audio. Is the audio okay? Because I'm not using a headset today. Just let me know. Yeah, I can easily put one on. Testing. Check. Check. Yeah, I'm not sure about what's going on there. So what I'm going to do. So yeah, any questions, guys? Let me know. That's the whole point. I'm just going to quickly test the audio. Sorry, guys. Check. Testing. Check. So yeah. Anyway, look, I'll just keep going. No one's commented, but yeah, guys, let me know the audio. Is the audio okay? Let me know how it's going, or if it's not going. But it seemed to be okay. Oh, I think I had a bobble. Guys, something happened. Guys, something happened. My screen just froze. So I'm not sure about if you guys are seeing the same thing. My screen just froze. So I'm still here. I'm hoping it's just a little glitch. It happens sometimes with the platform. Jack Kane, thank you. Yep, thanks, Jack. I appreciate you giving me feedback and welcome. It's good to hear from you, man. So what do we got? Jess is saying good audio, but sad 1 billion dead animals. Yeah, man, that was huge. Like, obviously there's small animals like little mice and things and birds, but yeah, very big impact. We're talking about the Australian bushfires. Yep. Okay, so it looks like audio is okay for now. Gordon, hey Gordon, we're just getting warmed up a bit too. I was just testing as well. For some reason, my actual screen has frozen, so that's why I wasn't sure if this is even working. So I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, right. Maybe I just had a bit of a glitch. But yeah, I was worried it wasn't working. I was worried. Sometimes it happens. There's an interruption, where the internet interruption or the platform's down. Especially on the weekends, they do maintenance. So it's ironic. They do maintenance on the weekend. You know, the office guys in YouTube and Google, and then sometimes the platform goes down. But that's normal. I mean, I'm not complaining. All right, so let's keep going. So I just wanted to cover some news points first, and then I'm happy to answer your questions, guys, and also chat and give you a shout out. So let's keep going. Yeah, and thank you for the feedback, guys. Thank you for telling me, because I wasn't sure if this thing was even working or what, you know. So yeah. So anyway, we'll just keep going. Oh yeah, there's a new novel coronavirus. Now they call that because I don't know what else to call it, but there's a new type of coronavirus. So cold and flu can be coronavirus, meaning it's a family of virus. But you also have SARS and MERS. They're much more deadly. They can kill people. So it's believed that it jumps from animals. That's how it becomes deadly, meaning it's maybe an animal virus, but then it can jump to a human. And that's when the mutation happens. So the mutation means it changes form. So it's not the same simple cold or flu anymore. Now there's been an outbreak in China. So I've been posting that on the Facebook page. And yeah, they've been locking it down. I believe Wuhan city and the whole province and China is getting locked down. But we got our first case in the Melbourne airport in Australia. So Melbourne city, or Melbourne for the American friends. But yeah, we had our first case, and there's people being tested in Sydney and Brisbane as well. So that was interesting. But I think what people don't realize is it's so much easier to travel now. You know, in the olden days, it was much harder, much more expensive. Now people pay online, get a ticket, get on the airplane. And that's also how things can spread so quickly, because one, you might cough on the airplane. Now the whole, maybe row or the whole airplane can get infected. And then when you land in the airport, again, you're touching things, you can infect the whole airport. The staff, other travelers, and then what happens? They also travel, and they're infecting more people. So I think that's actually, like, it's already been studied, like with measles outbreak. Like, how come we're getting all these measles outbreaks in America or Australia? Often it's at the airport because people are traveling in, you know, returning home from vacation or traveling, and it spreads very quickly and is very contagious. So yeah, so, you know, just watch your space. I don't get too paranoid, but it's symptoms similar to the cold or flu, you know, coughing, fever, and yeah, we're dealing with that. Also, just for what it's worth, an Australian university is researching a vaccine. I'm sure American universities, I'm sure everyone is, the Chinese, everyone. But there's a medical team, a specialized medical team. They're actually already working on a vaccine in Australia. So, as I said, I'm sure other teams around the world, because they share notes. Of course, as medical professionals, they want to work this out very quickly, and they want to share, because it's not just for ourselves. Once they share the formula, if they can replicate it, then they can quickly email the formula to other countries, because that way it stops the spread. So anyway, oh geez, Jess is saying one case here in Fremont, California. Yeah, I heard on the news. I heard you had one or two, but well, okay. I thought it was maybe at the airport or something, and they caught him at the airport, or yeah. So that's what I mean. At least we're catching it early. We're diagnosing it and treating it very seriously, regardless of country. I was worried about Southeast Asia and Philippines, because it's already popping up here and there, like one in Japan, one in Thailand. I'm worried there might be more in Philippines, meaning it just hasn't been caught yet. They haven't discovered it, but maybe there's already travelers. We'll see. Oh, and because those direct, I'm sorry, I couldn't believe this. There's direct flights from Wuhan city, where the coronavirus has broke out, to Caticlan in Boracay. Boracay Island, very popular tourist place. Oh, I couldn't believe it, man. Direct flight from the infected city to Boracay. I freaked out when I heard that, man. So they, of course, shut down. They've now shut down the flights. But that means so often, every day or every week, and that also means other tourists from other countries in Boracay. So I think there might be some infections there. Actually, I'm not joking. But anyway, look, I don't want to speculate too much. Philippines also blocked flights. They're on lockdown too, block flights from those infected areas. We have too in Australia. Everyone has, right? The whole world has. But that's why I just found it so strange. Those direct flights from that infected province to Boracay in Philippines, a very popular tourist place. Oh, ridiculous. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's already happened. So if they're infected, they're infected. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. I think they are, though. I think there might be a couple, a tourist or one or two people, and then it spreads, you see. So look, I don't want to overhype it, but just keep an eye on it. The whole coronavirus, research what it is. They're calling it the 2019 Corona 2019, just because we don't know what else to call it, because it's a new strain. It's literally new, right? It's that's also why there's not that much information about it. Besides that, they're finding more and more cases of it. But like I said, there's medical teams working very hard to research it right now, and including a vaccine. I was going to share that. I might share that article later on Facebook or something, just so people know. And so anyone who's interested. By the way, my PAL frequent flyer, so that's Philippine Airlines. So I say PAL in short. Everyone else does too. The staff in Australia was surprised. They go, "Why do you call it PAL?" And I said, "Because that's what they call it, like the Philippines and America, everyone." You know what I mean? They don't even know their own company anyway. Philippine Airlines PAL. I have frequent flyer miles, and you can donate them to charity. So I was actually thinking about donating mine to charity, just because I don't think I'm going to use it before the expiry date. Some of them expire. There's time limits, and I really did want to use them up and travel again, but I thought, look, it's not going to happen just yet, like not impromptu. So yeah, just something to consider, guys. You might want to look at your frequent flyer miles, because if I donate them, they donate them to charity, apparently. So we'll see. But I thought that's really nice, because often people don't use up their frequent flyer miles. They want to, they hope to, but they never do. You know what I mean? Same with the other airlines, any like that too. So instead of them just being wasted, at least I can donate them, and hopefully it goes to a good cause. So another viewer brought up New Clark City. New Clark City is in Pampanga, so that's not to be confused with Clark. That's not to be confused with Angeles City, Clark. Now, Joseph in Manila, he's actually got a channel, so go ahead and check him out. I'm not sure if he changed his. Look, forgive me if he changed his channel name, but he's got a motorbike channel, and he actually went up there and covered it, and it's still under development. So what happened was, there was the Southeast Asian Games 2019 late last year, the SEA Games, and they'd rushed to opening. that simply rushed it just to get the SEA Games, the sports games at the stadium and everything. So that's all they really did. They just got the stadium and certain things built and finished. They did the games, and then all the athletes left. But from what I can see and what Joseph in Manila showed, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It's still under construction. I mean, it's still in the development, but it looks good. It's a new city. There's talk already of it being the new capital, at least maybe the new business capital or commercial capital. Clark, not to be confused with Angela City Clark. It's a separate sort of new city on the side. And yeah, it's still under development. You know, they're still working on it. And Vape has been banned as well. I'll post some articles. Vape has been banned in Metro Manila. So e-cigarettes, vaporizing products. I think that has to do with drugs because people put illicit drugs in them and misuse them. So it's silly. And then there's a slight sin tax, meaning that, you know, we're just a bit jittery today, huh? What's going on? It's a bit jittery. Just letting it catch up, guys. So yeah, that's the problem when we do these things as stream. There's a latency, there's a delay. So there's a lot of data. There's a lot of data being recorded and transmitted, you know. I'll just also give you guys some updates on me. Just, you know, why not? We're chewing the fat. I watched the Star Wars The Mandalorian series. Star Wars The Mandalorian, awesome. I loved it. I love the whole Mandalorian warriors and you know, all that cool stuff. So I've read some of the graphic novels and books. So there's different canon in Star Wars. What that means is sometimes there's books, graphic novels, comics, and then the movies and animated and computer games. Star Wars we really wanted. That's the movie we really wanted for. And then you got the baby Yoda. Oh gosh. Yeah, guys, it just happened again. My connection just broke again. I don't know what's going on. I think just poor connection today. What's going on? Yeah, maybe a bad connection today. So apologies, guys, if there's a few interruptions. But if it keeps happening, I might cut this one short. But I'm happy to keep going if we can keep it together. Anyway, so you've been watching that. I watched already the first season. Most of you probably have too. Awesome. I can't wait for the next one. So if you haven't heard of it, it's Star Wars The Mandalorian series. It's this whole cool new TV series. Yeah, okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, Jess, and thanks, Jack. They're saying they got an error message. But I can still see your comments, which is good, meaning what's happening in this internet connection. Very well, let's just keep going. And welcome anyone who's just joining us. Welcome, it's Australia Day, so happy Australia Day. You know, it's just a public holiday and long weekend. Celebrating Australia. Look, I think this is what's going on. Yeah, I think it's the connection. It's fine. My computer seems fine. I'm not seeing any errors on my side. It's okay. So just a little, just a little bit of a delay there. I'm happy to keep going. Movie, and that was cool. But yeah, so now there's this new Hollywood movie, a great movie. I really enjoyed it, and the cartoon. And yeah, they put in a new spin, bit of a new twist. So I think we'll see if it's any better, guys. Let me know if it's any better. But anyway, yeah, let's just keep going. So yeah, I'm just talking about stuff that interested me. You know, I've been watching some movies, catching up on some movies and stuff. Narcos Mexico. Now I've been wanting to watch that for a while. I couldn't find it with English subtitles. Narcos series or the Narcos Mexico. Really good. So they talked about the start of I think Sinaloa cartel, the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico, and how they started. So they started with marijuana and were just, you know, starting out small guys, and then it grew and grew, and then they got involved in cocaine, and then it got very messy and very violent. So yeah, but that was a cool series, and I like it because it helps people understand the history. It's not to say bad things about America or Mexico or Colombia or whatever, people really need to appreciate the history, and it's still going on now. So it's not something we should shy away from, because we need to talk about the problem before we find a solution. But anyway, that was a great series, meaning the production value, very high quality, professional actors, and very well done, very well done. Even if it's loosely based in history, I'm a history buff, still like it. What else? There's another series, The Boys. The Boys. Some people may not have heard of it. I'll just type it in. The Boys series. It's about superheroes. Hero. Now these guys take out superheroes. They're human. That's what they just call them, the boys. They're a crew, and they hate superheroes. In their world, there's actually superheroes, like Superman and Wonder Woman, but they don't call them that. They just call it like Highlander, and they just use different names, but you can tell who they're copying. And it's a spoof. It's a cop out to superhero movies, and it's actually really good. It's actually very professional production, very well made. But there's a lot of great dark humor and comedy. So the point is, they're like, how do we take out a superhero? Let's take them out, because they're getting really upset with them. And if you think about it, superheroes are a superpower, right? No one can touch them. So that's why they get upset, because what if a superhero kills someone? Or what if they do something bad? You can't really take them to court. You can't really do anything because they're a superhero. So these guys, the boys, try to take them out, and it's really funny. It's really cool. So yeah, The Boys, that's a great series. Apparently season 2 is releasing this year too. So they've had a very good run. So that's why I wanted to give them a mention. I didn't know about it. They didn't get much attention, but it's a really cool it's a really cool series, and it's got a bit of dark comedy. But I love it because we keep seeing the same old thing, Avengers, Superman, Batman, fun. I like it, fun, it's entertainment. So this is a bit fresh, they're doing a cop out, making fun of them. Plus they're taking them out. They're trying to take out superheroes, and it's very difficult. So you see all the challenges they go through trying to defeat the superheroes. But anyway, let's keep going. But yeah, it is a good series. Good actors, good production value. A lot of, it's a superhero. Still amazing production value, special effects. And, anyway, as you can tell, I look at movies in two ways. One, I want to enjoy the content, just enjoy comedy, action, whatever. And two, I'm also looking at the production values and how they shot it. Like, how did they make that? Like, how did they do this and how did they shoot that? I'm also looking at the production values and the cinematography. So even for fun, I just like it. So, excuse me. Oh, this damn thing is still working. Yes, it looks like it's working now. Let's see. Looks like it's still working. Yep. Happy Lunar New Year, Happy Chinese New Year, or Happy Lunar New Year. So some parts of the world are already celebrating it. It can go up to 3 weeks sometimes. So just something to consider. So if you're wondering why some places may not respond, it's because you might be trying to contact a different office, or say you ordered something from, Taiwan or Hong Kong or something. They might be on leave. They might be on their holiday leave time for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. So they might be gone 2 weeks, right? So you just might get a slow response, or you might have to wait. That's a cultural thing. But anyway, look, just thought I'd give a shout out to Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Happy Australia Day. So it's Australia Day long weekend. Yeah, and we'll just keep going. Yeah, so I was just excited about those little series that I've been watching and a few movies. And also, if you guys want something to talk about, a tour. I think they were Chinese tourists. Anyway, I heard 2 or 3 tourists had drowned in Boracay recently, but there's something more scary. I think it was actually 28 in the last few months. 28 tourists have died in Boracay in the last few months. So I thought, that's a lot, man. And it's a popular tourist place. That's a lot of people to die there. So I think drowning was the most common. Maybe, stabbing here, or maybe a spiked drink, I don't know. But I think all of them were drowning. I actually think most of them were drowning incidents. So whether it's low safety standards, it is out in the sea. I mean, it's an island in the middle of the sea. So maybe, oh, go to Boracay. So beautiful. Go there. Oh, you must go to Boracay. Have you been there? Oh, no. Can you see? It's really a very strange stereotype. It's almost like a scam. people just say go there. Yeah, I'm getting the warning again, guys. But that's a good one. I'm getting the, gosh. I'm happy to just take a few moments, guys. Otherwise, we're going to have to cancel this. But I'm just getting the warning. Come on, internet. What's happening? Okay, so it's back, guys. Excuse me. It's back. I got a warning again that the connection broke. So we'll just see if that helps. Okay, I'll just adjusted something. We'll see if that helps. But yeah, look, I got the warning again, guys. So we may have to stop just because I keep getting a connection warning that the connection keeps breaking. So look, we can't help it. But look, well, let's just keep going. But anyway, as I was just saying, I felt Boracay is a tourist trap. I got feedback from another traveler recently, and a female Western traveler, and she said, yeah, she didn't like it. She said it was trashed, a lot of environmental damage still. The scams, things like scams, harassment, so she didn't enjoy it. But anyway, look, so I don't want to keep going on about that. But the point is, yeah, just be careful. Just be that bit more careful, guys. You still might want to wear a life jacket, even if you're a good swimmer, because when you take those island hopping tours, sometimes you are out at sea. So, you might still want to put on a life jacket. Just be a little bit more careful. Yeah, and your safety standard is your own. It doesn't matter you're on a tour or with other people. You still have to decide your own safety standard, whatever that may be it put on your seatbelt, put on a life jacket, or whatever. So, also, guys, I'm happy to talk about any other topics, but I also had some other ones to bring up too, if anyone is interested. Also, as I said, if the connection is still unstable, we might have to just end it early, so that's okay too. But I'm happy to stick around because it's intermittent. Yeah, it just keeps dropping. So I'm just going to just adjust something, see if that helps. We'll just see if that helps a little bit. No. Anyway, look, I don't want to get too distracted, but I thought, look, better I just try. Otherwise, I have to stop the whole stream. So let's just keep going. And I'm wearing my colorful, bright summery colors. I wanted to wear a barong, but it's so hot. It's so hot. So I thought maybe that's what the barong is for, a lightweight dress shirt, Filipino dress shirt. But I thought I'll just wear some summery colors. Anyway, so guys, again, welcome. Happy Australia Day. Happy Lunar New Year. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've got my Facebook page and Instagram, so go ahead and check it out. And yeah, guys, I was actually thinking if you guys want a good topic to yarn about, I was happy to talk about online dating. That's a popular one. I'm also happy to share my experience. But yeah, look, so I'm going to scroll through now, guys. All right, I'm going to answer your questions. So welcome again, everyone. Yep, so welcome, Gordon. Good to hear from you. Welcome, Jack, Jess, FIFA, Nato, Fefa, React PT, React Part. You're good, yep. Thanks, guys. Mike Gordow. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce it right. Mike Gordow or Goodrow, yep. Well, anyway, hey, Mike. So I'm just saying hello to everyone now. Okay. Okay, shout out to Fremont, California. And guys, you can I've got super chat. What that means is you can make a donation through the channel. You can make a donation through the chat system, just to let you guys know. I think it's cool that they do that. It's like a tip jar. That way you can give people a tip or whatever. So I'm just scrolling through, guys, catching up. So Robert Clark, love your videos. Where have you been, my friend? Lived in Philippines in 2000, so know a lot about the Philippines. From Dallas, Texas, USA. Keep up the good work. Hey, cool. Thanks, Robert. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, I've just been focused on professional work. So I've just been office work and stuff like that. And I'll talk about it more later. I've already talked about it, but I'm happy to. I was like a sign. It's like I didn't want to go back. There was the measles outbreak, then dengue fever, then earthquakes and flooding, and then typhoon. you see what I mean? It's not hating. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that I took it as a sign. It's not the right time, and that was all last year. So even now, there's still some earthquakes. Oh, Taal volcano. I forgot Taal volcano. There was a big eruption of Taal volcano. I've actually been hiking there. I've got a video of it. So yeah, it's not just Taal volcano. That's close to Metro Manila. So that's been spreading ash and dust everywhere, and that was crazy. If you look at the pictures, the whole province, it's usually green jungle, beautiful green grass and all that. It's all grey. The whole province is turned grey, because it's just covered in ash. It looks crazy. It looks surreal. And there's a company, a local Filipino company, they're absolutely brilliant. They gathered the ash, because it's volcanic ash, right, from volcanic rock, and they mixed it with plastic, recycled plastic. So I guess they might have melted it or baked it together. By the way, other companies have done something similar. And they made bricks. They gathered the ash from the volcano and made bricks, so their own volcanic cement or concrete. I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant because, one, they had to gather it up anyway, cleaning their houses and cleaning everything. Thick layers of dust and ash everywhere, just covered all the cars and everything. So, yeah, they gathered it up and into bags, and now they're making bricks and concrete from it. So I think that's wonderful. Others were using it as asphalt too, to make roads and things. So, yeah, I thought that was wonderful. But yeah, look, so sorry to get too distracted, but yeah, Taal volcano, that was a thing. So they're still level 4 alert. Level 4 alert means warning an eruption could be anytime. So they're still waiting. It has been leaking gas, so sulfuric smoke and gas, and also just steam. So if you might still notice if it might be smoky in Metro Manila or in that Batangas area, the region. Taal volcano is like on the border with Batangas and Cavite, or Cavite, however you pronounce it. But you know what I mean. It's just south of Manila, just south of Manila. So yeah, I went hiking there. You know what? I'll go ahead and get the go ahead and get that link for you guys for Taal. Yeah, we went hiking up there. That was cool though. I enjoyed it. It was a bit of effort, but I enjoy that type of stuff, hiking. And that way these guys get to see it because it's totally different now. Obviously, it's erupted, so the lake inside the volcano, because it was dormant, rain and water had filled up inside the volcano, so it was like a little lake and island. Now that's erupted and blown up. So, but yeah, and the Philippine government response was excellent. The Philippine government response was excellent, meaning they got straight onto it. They sent the military. They had already evacuated the area, already with the warnings. There was seismic activity, little earthquakes and tremors. Already those warnings, so they said evacuate, don't hesitate. And from what I understand, they're still doing relief operations, so they're treating it very seriously. So yeah, so that was a bit of again some more news updates. But yeah, so I'll keep going through. So yeah, Robert, awesome, good on you, Texas. Texas is still doing very well here. I think they're still booming. They're encouraging a lot of small business and they're building up a lot of investment. And yeah, it'd be interesting to know why you left and went back. I guess you just had enough. Okay. So Jess is saying, usually fly Taiwan's EVA Air, but will fly PAL non-stop. So feel a little better about the virus. I don't know, but who knows? Yeah. Yep, good point. So Jess, I usually use PAL for that reason too. I want a direct flight. I want a non-stop direct flight. I don't want to wait 12 hours, 20 hours. I just want to get there as soon as possible. Less delays. So I'm not fussed really, but yeah, PAL is known for their non-stop direct flights. But yeah, if you find a good deal with another one, nothing wrong with that too. Okay, yep, you had some trouble with your connection as well, the internet connection. It seems to be better now, guys. It seems to be better now. Yeah, just scrolling through. Yep, Aussie. Who said that? Two pair. I remember you. Welcome back, two pair. Aussie. Yeah, so we say that, Aussie. Australia Day. So, yep, happy Australia Day, guys. Hope you're having a good Australia Day long weekend. Jess is saying the big cartels started in Guadalajara. Yeah, the point is in the Narcos TV series they cover that they started off in Guadalajara, and then moved on. And it's so silly. Had they been more low key, because it's always the problem. Had they been more low key and not made such a fuss, they probably would have done much better. But you know how it is. High roller, people want to show off and embellish, and then they draw too much attention and get taken out. Coffee. Julian's asking, yes, I am Chinese, Australian-born Chinese, so I was born here. That's why I've got the accent. Frank Petrulak, hi from Canada. Hey, Frank. I'm not sure where you're from, but it's nice to practice French sometimes. Un parle français, un petit peu. Pardon français, you know. Excuse the French. Get it? You know, people go, oh, pardon my French. You know? But anyway, so yes, hello, Frank. Good to hear from you. Something happened in Canada. What happened in Canada? Well, Philippines returned the trash. No offense, man, but you know, there was this controversy that trash had been dumped. These shipping containers had been dumped in Philippines, and there was a dispute, and then finally Canada took it back, which was cool. So yeah, that's all resolved now. Everyone's back to being friends. Don't worry. But President Duterte threatened to go to war. He's got some balls, man. That was the right thing to do, though, because everyone was ignoring him, not taking him seriously. Like, you know, the different politicians, not Canadians. I'm talking about the politicians. You know, Canadians are nice people. So these idiot politicians and the Department of Foreign Affairs, and they're not communicating. So he said, "Look, I'm threatening to go to war with Canada." I think he did. Actually, I think he threatened to go to war. He actually said, like, "We're declaring war. You're not taking us seriously. You're not taking back the trash." And then they did. And they went, okay. And they responded and said, "Okay, look, we'll work it out. You know, we'll work it out. We'll put it on a ship. We'll take it back." But so I think it was only for a few days, but he did declare war on Canada. That was so funny, man. But it's got some balls, huh? That's what you're supposed to do, right? You got results. So anyway, Silver Warrior. Look, I'm happy to talk about it, man, but I don't want to say too much because how can I say it? He needs to speak for himself. But look, I'll just answer it. He's asking what happened to Says. Basically, he took his channel down, so I can obviously speak to the facts. He took his channel down, so whatever. He got sick of it. He got sick of YouTube and Facebook. He also changed his Facebook or took it down, meaning he did tell me directly, right? I'm not being silly. He did tell me indirectly that people can contact him on Facebook. So I told him directly. I said to him, "Man, put up a video explaining what happened, just a short, concise 1 minute, 2 minute video, just explaining what happened, or put a post on your Facebook as well, explaining your side, and that's it." If otherwise, he said people could contact him on Facebook, but I don't think that's the case now because I think he's even taken that down. So yeah, he's just shied away from social media and he's doing his own thing, whatever that is. Probably just partying. Yeah. But like I said, you can try and track him down and chat to him on Facebook or something. Yeah. And we're not friends anymore, so that's it, right? Meaning neutral, respect. I don't want to get involved. So yeah. Cosmo Kramer. Who are you going for in Super Bowl? I'm not sure, man. Sorry, I haven't kept up with the Super Bowl. I don't usually follow it. I used to when I was younger. When I was younger, we'd follow it, but just for fun. But I just haven't kept up with it, man. But let me know. Let me know who the top teams are. DJ Fast. Be Adventures, love your videos, man. Keep up the hard work. Hope all is well. Hope to see you do some more videos. Hey, thanks, man. I think that's Daryl. I think that's Daryl, man. Yeah, he's a long time. So, hey, thanks, bro. But DJ Fast. All right, cool. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. To pair, what are your top 3 spots in the Philippines? Okay. These are tourist spots, meaning I've already been there quite a bit, but I would say Coron Palawan. Great for, island hopping and tours, beautiful. If you want to go see the island hopping, it's also like tourist friendly, family friendly. There's not really discos in Coron, there's plenty of that elsewhere. So that's what I mean by it's great for tourist attraction there. Um, this is again for me. This is not for everyone. This is for me. I like hiking. So I really liked Sagada and Baguio because Baguio is on the way to Sagada. Most people know about it. But Sagada caving, I found that very unique. It was a very long journey, 12 hours drive from Manila. That was a pain in the balls to get there. But for me, it was worth it because it was just something so unique. The caving, eventually going through the caves and everything is very cool. So if you like that type of stuff, again, don't waste 12 hours if you're not into hiking and caving and adventures. What's another good one? And I've got some very unique ones. Again, it's just for me. So I liked Pampanga, I'm not kidding, because in Angela City, I got to shoot a lot of full auto machine guns. Okay, so that's obviously not for everyone, but that's me. I got to go to a cool shooting range and try a lot of guns. Also got to try the UTVs, like ATVs and quad bikes. But again, you can do that in other places. I'm just saying for me, that was nice. So you might be in America and have access to all this cool stuff like ATVs and outdoor stuff. What's another good one? I would also say Puerto Princesa in Palawan because again, it's a small city, but you still have the city, convenience, and then you also have island hopping tours, the Honda Bay tours, all that. So I thought that was nice. Again, so it depends on what you like, but I thought that was very nice. So these are my recommendeds. Probably not Pampanga unless you're a shooter, and also. For me, again, Dumaguete, just because I visited some friends there in Dumaguete City. It's overhyped, guys. I actually want to stop giving it attention because I think it's overhyped. It's overrun by tourists now. Even my friends, Filipino friends there, said there's so many foreigners running around there. And just because it's a nice little base, so you can visit other tourist attractions in that area, be it Oslo whale sharks or this island, that island. You see what I mean? There's all these other little islands around, and yeah, I liked it for that reason. So yeah, I gave you a few there, man. But yeah, it depends on what you like. And don't get me wrong, I actually don't mind Metro Manila now because after traveling around the country, it's like, well, at least it's convenient. It's developed. There's nice places. There's more simple places. It's the convenience of a city. It's not to say it's the best. It's just that, again, it depends on what you're after and when you're after it. So let's keep going. Oh, and I've talked about this before, but it was just where was it? Dapitan and Dipolog. This is across from Dumaguete City, just across the water. Dapitan and Dipolog. So that was Zamboanga del Norte. So I think that was Dapitan. I think it was Dapitan because they had Fantasyland. It's a park, a theme park, just like Disneyland, like Fantasyland. And there was all these beauty queens, and there's this beauty pageant at the front, and there's a beauty pageant at the back. There's also so many, these good-looking girls, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And it's like, "No, I'm not kidding." Like, 2 beauty pageants, like, I wasn't complaining. So I don't know if they still do it. I'm just saying that time I went, there was so many beauty queens, and they in uniforms were walking around the park, just making sure people are okay, and customer service, their staff. So I went, oh my god, all these beautiful girls, and then I had a parade, and then another, what do you call it, beauty pageant, and I was just like, are you kidding? So many. But look, hey, that obviously they were trying to attract people. That's why. So one, beauty pageants are a very popular sport in Philippines. It's like a national sport or a national activity. One is just a popular thing. But 2, yeah, obviously to attract people. Yeah, but it was unique, but it was very nice. Again, I'm not sure if they still do it, so I wouldn't. You might want to look into it. And I'm not sure how suitable it would be to go. I've heard of other people going there recently, but Filipino, so obviously they can blend in and fit in, look Filipino. But I've heard of other Filipinos going there and yeah, having a good time. But there have been some security warnings with the rebels, meaning different rebel and terrorist groups down south. So even though it's just a hop across the water from Dumaguete, that's nice. It's still a hop across the water to Mindanao region, the southern region, where there's a lot of rebels and terrorists. So anyway, let's just keep going. I got carried away there, but that was a good one. Frank saying you're funny. Yeah, thanks, Frank. I'm not sure what region you're from, but yeah, I don't mind trying to practice some French. It's like, excuse the French, pardon the French, pardon français. Robert saying he was on a disability retirement from civil service and was subject to medical call-ups and didn't want to have to fly back and forth. Yep. I've heard this from veterans too, like other military veterans. They might have some type of military pension. It's small, but enough to live on in maybe Southeast Asia. And yeah, sometimes they would have to go back and forward, or what is it, the GI Bill? When they get sponsored to study, so it's to help veterans retrain. It's the same thing. They might go study in a Southeast Asian country because it's cheaper, like Philippines. Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, and I hope it's working out for you, Robert. Silver Warrior is asking. I think Cez is still in the Philippines. Yeah, I think he is. I don't know, man. I haven't kept in touch with him since it was sometime last year, but it doesn't matter because we discussed our friendship, that I wasn't happy, he wasn't happy, so we're not friends anymore. And secondly, I don't think he'd been very truthful either. I challenged him on that I don't think he'd been very forthcoming or truthful. So I was like, bro, go live your life, man, go enjoy. And that's that, and he took down his social media. So that's it. But it's like I said, guys, I just want to move on from that, meaning I don't hate, there's no hard feelings. It's just like, yeah, get on with life. Yeah. Your life is hard enough already, brother. Focus on yourself in a good way. Focus on fixing your own life. Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do. Fix our own lives. Anyway, Robert saying, I was also tired of the inefficiency of getting simple tasks performed in Philippines. People are wonderful and I love them to death. Yep, I understand. Sometimes there's a lack of efficiency. Things break down a lot. Things don't work. So, okay, my connection is still working for now. That was weird, huh? And yeah, guys, let me know as well if the connection's still good and if the audio's okay. But so far, so good. So I think we kind of addressed the problem. And Robert saying that, okay. DJ, man, you should just call yourself whatever, like Daryl, but if you want to go DJ Fast, that's fine. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, it's Daryl. I'll be arriving in Philippines on March 9th, visiting Cebu. Hey, cool, man. I hope you have a good trip. Just be careful, yeah? Scams can be common everywhere, but just be careful, man. Cebu region still has, scams, still has, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. If it doesn't feel safe or seems dodgy, just don't do it. If you don't want to pay it, don't pay it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds obvious, but that's the point, that a scammer or opportunist in any country, I've dealt with this in Australia too, they try to maneuver you and put you in an uncomfortable situation so that you end up spending money, or you go, oh, okay, whatever, $10, $20, well, because you don't know what's happening. So, just like a taxi scam. Once you're in the car, oh, yes, no problem, put the meter, yeah, no problem, sir. Once you're in the car, then they got you. They start trying to change the price and doing crazy things or kidnapping. Because that's the whole point. They're trying to get you into that situation. So anyway, look, let's just keep going. But yeah, Daryl, I hope you have a good trip. It's cool, man. And, thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. You got NN. Have a happy day. Okay. Blink, blink. What's with all these double names? NN, blink, blink, bola, bola. Hi, V, how are you? How's says, yeah, I don't know, brother. You can find out yourself. You can go ask him yourself. I'm not sure if his social media is still up, if his Facebook is. But mate, you could probably try and find him on Facebook or something. And I'm happy I saw your vlog. Okay, thanks, man. I'm not sure if you're new, so go ahead and check me out. Whoa, what happened? Something happened there. My camera's losing focus. Yeah, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Be Adventures on Facebook, Be Adventures on Instagram, and of course subscribe here on YouTube. So yeah, it's nice to keep in touch with you guys. Robert's saying he plans on giving it another go in 2 years. He's 62, in excellent health, fully retired from the U.S. Air Force. Oh, USAF, hey, cool, man. And civil service and social security. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's I like USAF, man, because I like Air Force in general. I have friends who have been in the Air Force, including friends' parents. So growing up, we see them in the blues, the Air Force blue uniforms, and a bit more professional, a bit nicer. They weren't necessarily pilots. For those of you who don't understand, Air Force needs all manner of personnel. So whether office staff, whether drivers, cooks, security, whatever. So they're not always pilots, but some were. And yeah, that's cool. And I've met some USAF as well. Some American Air Force. I've met them traveling in Philippines and also around. Yeah, and sometimes they're professional. Usually they're a bit more professional, carry themselves more professionally. But yeah, good on you, man. Good on you. So I'm glad your retirement's going well. Yeah, take care of your health. Always important, guys. Take care of yourselves. Okay. 2 pair, great recommendations. I like a lot of the same stuff. Would enjoy hearing your online dating advice. Okay, so we're still going, because if the connection broke, I was just going to stop. But if I'm happy to talk a little bit longer. And Frank's from Ontario. Okay, Ontario is famous. They even what came to mind? There was an Ontario. I think they call it Ontario Knife Company. They make cutlery, Ontario Cutlery Company, but they make really nice knives, like outdoor knives, cutlery, very strong. Like outdoor Canadians. But yeah, they make a lot of good outdoor gear in general, the Canadians. So DJ Fast, thank you for amazing information. Okay, cool. All right, so it seems like we had a good one, guys. We've already been going an hour and there were some interruptions, but since it's okay, I'm happy to go for a bit longer. Yeah, if you want to know a bit more, I'll share some online dating ones. So, I'll get straight to the point. Let me just check. I think we covered everything. Yep. Oh, someone was asking about achievements of President Duterte. So I didn't want to get too political, but I think he has done a lot for the country, and his mouth gets him in trouble. So sometimes he talks trash. I was talking about it earlier, like he threatened to go to war with Canada, and he talks some trash, but I know he was literally talking about garbage and trash in the containers anyway. But I think he has done a lot in practical terms. So even things like that garbage issue was years long. I think 5 years, 6 years. For a long time, those garbage containers were just sitting in Philippines. No one wanted to touch them. No one wanted to deal with it. So finally, he's got some balls. He made some things happen, and finally they got it moving, and Canada took the trash back. But that's just one of many examples of practical examples. The Tanimbala, the bullet planting. Tanimbala means bullet planting, so planting evidence in airports. And stupid, right? The airport is meant to be a secure facility, and the staff were planting bullets or drugs, planting evidence, and people are getting arrested or fined. It's a scam. So okay, finally President Duterte comes to power. He says no more. He said, if I catch you planting evidence, you're immediately fired and you'll be prosecuted. And then he said, this is what I'm talking about. He goes, if I catch you planting a bullet, I'll make you eat the bullet. Yeah. So I know it sounds a bit tough, but it's true, because what do? You got corrupt officials. For sure, it's a syndicate. The officials are involved, the staff are involved. No more. You see? So someone strong had to come to leadership. So you don't have to agree with him. You don't have to like him. But I think, it's ridiculous. You and me just say we're traveling and we have a bullet planted, and then we get fined or we get arrested falsely, or someone is planting drugs and then you get arrested. We can't have this type of thing happening. So I think for the most part, he has done a lot for the country. So like I said, these are very practical examples, but he gets results. And I think long term, he's looking at for the long term that it will make a very nice difference. And I think we're seeing that. It's not perfect, right? It's still a developing country. But I think we are seeing those slight improvements. Just slowly but surely, we are seeing improvement. Hey, Dino, good to hear from you, man. Just saying happy Australia Day, happy Lunar New Year. There's a few things going on, and just covering a bit of the news and updates. But yeah, hope you're having a good Australia Day weekend. Have you heard from the FIRE movement? Financial independence, retire early. No, I haven't. I might look into it, Dino. Thanks for telling me. I thought you meant firefighters. Dino's Australian, so we're still dealing with. I thought you were talking about the bushfires. They got really close though, man, this week. Seriously, they got really close. So just in my area, they got a bit tough. Got a bit too close for comfort. But anyway, Robert saying, I really like your videos, and you are a very classy young man. You seem to be very professional yet open-minded. This is coming from the US Air Force veteran. Hey, thanks, bro. Well, in all seriousness, that's what it's about. Like trying to keep an open mind. Like clearly, yeah, I make mistakes, I screw up, I have limitations. That's the whole point. And I could edit that out. You see, guys, I could easily edit that out, but I'm sharing it. That's part of the experience. It's not about being negative. It's that you got to learn. but you can learn at your own pace. You get to choose. You want to learn slowly, or you just want to learn a little bit about this and that. Cool. You get to choose. Don't feel overwhelmed or pressured, but that's the whole adventure, right? To be adventurous. That's the whole adventure. But yeah, it was funny. I met a lady from San Francisco. She was USAF. She was and she did the leap. She became a captain. You know, she did the whole officer thing. So yeah, she decided. I think she became a captain because we lost touch. You know, she's traveling for work. But she deployed to Afghanistan, and then she came back to Australia. That's where I met her. Yeah, so it was cool chatting to her, and yeah, and then I think she went back to America. So, and I met some other USAF guys in Philippines and whatever. Yeah, so, but yeah, I wanted to keep in touch with her. Which was very interesting because, like I said, she took the leap. She decided to go for that executive level, so she became a captain. Yeah, so good on her. And I knew I grew up. My friend's father, he retired. Like a squadron leader. So, meaning he was an officer, obviously a career officer, and then he became squadron leader, and then he decided to retire. But yeah. So, but that's what I mean. I like it. I like learning, guys. So, again, you get to choose. I mean, you choose whatever you want to learn about. But yeah. Anyway, so let's keep going. Oh yeah. So, guys, if there's any more questions. Who's it? Lola Maria. Tell me who you are. I'm gonna answer. Lola Maria went ahead and posted. Okay, SEX, whatever that spells. SEX, Southeast Exchange. Is that Southeast Exchange? Southeast Experiment. I don't know what SEX stands for. Southeast Experiment. I don't. Robert says I was enlisted, but I really enjoyed my career. Spent a lot of time in Germany. Oh, cool. I see what you mean. Probably at Ramstein at the airbase something. Yeah. Lola, explain yourself. Oh, no, come on. We'll talk about it. Lola, explain yourself. Okay. If you're just trolling, I'm gonna give you a timeout to be cool. I'm happy to answer it if you talk intelligently. I'll answer it because I want sex. Lola, you're trolling at this point. I'm gonna give you a timeout. Like if you ask an intelligent question, we can have an intelligent conversation. I'll give you a proper answer. But Lola keeps doing this SEX, so Southeast Experiment. Okay, so that's it. Bye, Lola. I didn't block you, Lola. You're just getting a timeout. You got a timeout, so you can still comment. Just wait for your timeout to expire. I think you get a 10-minute timeout. But that's fine. Okay, so Lola had some fun. So I don't know what that means. Lola put SEX. I don't know. Southeast Experiment. Southern Exchange Rate. Get it? See, I'm trolling back. Ha ha ha! You can't troll me, Lola. You bola. But anyway, so. Yeah, look, guys. If otherwise we can call it a day. I think that was a great one. Talked about a few things. Goddamn troll. Lola. Hold on, guys. I got to catch up. They put too many messages. So that's also another nuisance when someone trolls. They put too many messages, so it drowns out everyone else, so you can't see. You can't see what's happening. Other people don't get to have a proper say. So. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to talk about a topic, we can talk about online dating, whatever. But I was talking about that, and I might as well finish up with it because I mentioned it. One of the best tips I can give you is video confirmation as soon as possible. And I've noticed that in girls too, especially for girls. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. Who cares, right? Because they get all self-conscious, and same with guys. You got to get the video confirmation as soon as possible, even just a few moments like this. Like, just make sure it's them, because it may not be them. You see what I mean? Like they're sending you pictures on the internet. It's not real. Okay, it's not real. So one girl, she got, it was here, most of my experience is here, by the way, in Australia, because this is where I live. And she's a very nice girl, very nice Hong Kong Chinese girl. She spoke perfect English. Even her accent, I thought maybe she might like have been in Australia a long time, because she even spoke with a slight, British accent. So, very good English. But yeah, we're just talking. She was an international student. And she'd been here for a couple of years. And I was trying to video call, and she goes, no. She got very self-conscious because she didn't want to put on her makeup. She didn't want to get ready. And then and I said to her, look, it's very important that we at least just for a few moments. And she goes, what the hell's wrong with you? She goes, why don't we just meet? And I was like, oh, okay. She was cool, right? She was cool. She was like, why don't we just meet? And I was like, okay. And then when we met, so we met in person, just building a friendship in person, like just a dinner and drinks and whatever. And she was like, why was that such a big deal? And I was explaining to her, I said, it's important because you need to know I'm real and I need to know you're real, so you're not just fake pictures. And she said, oh, well, I never doubted you. She goes, that wasn't a problem. She knew, she said she just felt she liked me and trusted me. It wasn't a problem. And same with me. We got along straight away, and just a friendship, and that was it. Nothing happened. But can you see she was also new to online dating? She didn't understand. She was like, why was that such a thing? I said, well, what happens if it's not the same person? They sent you pictures of Brad Pitt. They're saying, oh, wow, it looks like Brad Pitt, and it's not really them. It's stupid, right? So meaning all parties can do it. They can send you pictures of some beautiful model, and it's not really them. It's just pictures. So video confirmation as soon as possible. And book it like a date. They might say, okay, look, I'm free after work. Be patient. Well, I'm free on Friday after work, something like that. But if you're not getting video confirmation, something's wrong. Because even in a third world country, they have internet cafes. They still have prepaid. People still have the camera on their phone, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect on a laptop or on a web camera. You know what I'm saying? Professional camera. Everyone has one on their phone now. So it's book up. Even homeless people have phones. Yeah, even unemployed people have phones. I'm just saying. So yeah, video confirmation as soon as possible, and of course, try not to give money, like until you've met them. At least until you've met them, just try not to, because they'll give you sub stories. I need money for load, like prepaid, or they need money for a camera or this and that. Like it may be true, but you don't know until you meet them. So don't give anything until you meet them. Once you meet them in person, fine, because you know they're real. You're deciding if you want to have a relationship or not. And then that way, it's also try not to focus on sex. I'm being serious. Try not to make it sexualized. Try not to focus on it, because I know it's very easy to get distracted and whatever, especially if they're distracting you, sending you hot pictures and things. But the idea is that you actually get to know each other. So that's actually the advantage. It's actually a huge advantage if you're doing online dating, whether it's you're messaging and using the apps and whatever. You're already getting to know each other. So you can already decide if you're even not going to get along with them or not. Now, it still doesn't beat meeting in person. That could be a totally different experience. But just chatting online, because they might feel more comfortable just to chat because they're hiding behind their phone, hiding behind the messages, online, beep, 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 beep. And then you meet in person, and it's totally different. So, but you can already get to know each other very quickly. So, in my statistic, and I've heard this from other guys too, especially males, so guys might want to pay attention. It's usually 1 out of 10 might reply. So just say you message 10 of them, hey, how are you? Do you want to meet, go for a date, whatever? Maybe only 1 out of 10 will reply. Even that reply might be a scam, or might not be very nice, might not be very a nice person, or they're asking for money, whatever. So you see, so even if you have 100, like hello, like just polite, hello, how are you? Do you want to meet? Hello, do you want to go for a coffee? Hi, I like you. Even 100 people online, maybe only 10 reply. And of those 10, they may not even be real. You never meet them. So you see, it's just statistics. You just got to keep trying. So that's what I mean by don't get too distracted, because it could be totally fake. It's not even really them. They're fake pictures or whatever. So that's why the video confirmation is also so important. The ones who make the effort tend to be for real. And excuse me. It hasn't been many, guys. I'm being honest. It hasn't been many for me. Maybe only 3 or 4. So I'm being honest. Only 3 or 4. And they said, yeah, let's quickly. They were the same. Like, yep, they understood. Let's quickly do a video chat, or let's meet in person. And cool. And then we went on to date. So I'm being honest. Only 3 or 4 so far. Like, that were cool like that. But also because I'm not doing it that often. So you see, so it's not girls, especially girls, overthink it, and maybe some guys who are inexperienced overthink it. Just because I message out 100 doesn't mean they don't even reply. You see, only 10 will reply. Of those 10, most are scammers, and only 1 was cool and video. They said, yeah, let's have a quick video chat. And, oh, hello, okay, that's you, and that's what you look like. And they're like, yeah, let's go for a coffee. So it's like 1 out of 100 is statistics, you see. I didn't meet 100. I'm saying I messaged 100 and only one met up with me and we had a coffee and she was a nice person. You see what I mean? And then we built a friendship. That's how it works. So it's not what you think. You know, people think crazy. There are hookup apps, obviously. There's hookup apps or sex apps. Some of them actually call that, you know, Friend Finder and local sex date, you know, stupid, whatever. That's fine. You go use that. Those ones are for that reason, meaning they're for people looking for the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with that either, because you know what you're getting into, or you should know what you're getting into. But the exact same principles apply. They may not reply to you. It may take a long time. You know, and you might message 100 of them and only one gets back to you. You know, it may not be what you thought. So especially the guys, okay? So especially to the guys, when you're using online dating, get video confirmation as soon as possible. Like I said, be patient. Maybe you have to wait till they finish work, or they have to organize, you know, internet cafe or get load for their phone, prepaid for their phone, whatever. But you've got to get that confirmed at some point as soon as possible. Otherwise, they're not for real. Because if they actually like you, if they're for real, they'll easily call you. You know, straight away, just quickly, a few seconds. Hey, this is me, and on the phone, and that's it. Even friends do that. Meaning not, how can I say, not dating, just friends. They'll just like, oh, look, show us Australia. And, you know, they want to see what Australia looks like just for fun. And same, they're in Metro Manila or Cebu, and they're just showing, hey, look, it's Cebu. Just for fun, you know. Yeah, so you have to do that as soon as possible. And then, like I said, try to focus on friendship and getting to know each other. As cliche as that sounds. Try to avoid the sex and the sexualization unless it's pretty obvious, meaning you're using some sex app. That should be obvious. But if it's not, like if it's like Tinder or some other dating app, try not to make it about that. Okay, because otherwise, one, they're going to get disgusted, and two, you're going to get distracted. So you're going to get all excited and distracted, and maybe it's a guy, you know. So that's also a common thing with scams, or just even how can I say it? Some people, sickos do that. It's a guy, but they put up pictures of a girl, even send you videos, like pre-recordings or what, you know, and they ask to see your genitals and they ask to see all these things, right? And it's a gay guy trying to get you to show your genitals and expose yourself, you know, embarrass you. Some guys even do that as a prank too. So you got to be careful. Maybe they're recording and they're just trying to embarrass you or some silly thing like that. So anyway, look, I think I spoke enough about that. I hope that helps. There's a good summary there. And we'll see. I think there's a few new messages. Robert saying we have direct flights from Dallas to Sydney or Melbourne. Oh, cool. That's actually quite unique. Yeah, from Dallas to Sydney or Melbourne. Just curious as to where you are. So I'm outside of Sydney, man. I'm more closer to Sydney, but yeah. And Robert, you're welcome to message me on my Facebook page as well. We can chat there as well. It's a bit easier and more direct. Who we got? Shay. Hey, bro. How often do you think about going back to the Philippines? PS, video confirmation is key. Every couple of months, man. Because every couple of months I'm working my ass off and then maybe get bored or, you know, maybe miss something and go, oh, damn, man, you know, I wouldn't mind going back. So I'm not kidding. And I really wanted to go last year. I wasn't joking, but there was so many natural disasters and outbreaks. So I took it as a sign. It just wasn't the right time, because even if I went, it wouldn't be a very good experience. And then I'd just be covering the dengue outbreaks, the measles outbreaks, the earthquakes, the typhoon, the volcano. You see what I mean? Like, I'd just be covering a lot of that and also wouldn't have a very nice experience. And I would also add to the problems, because now I'm another person to worry about. You know, when there's people displaced, you know, emergency evacuation. Oh. So I didn't want to go there. And also there was drought as well, water shortages in Manila. You see what I mean? I didn't want to go there and also be part of the problem. So I took it as a sign, maybe take it easy and just wait a little bit, you know. But yeah, you're right. Video confirmation is key. Yep. Robert saying he never does long distance relations. It's boots on ground for me. No, want to know who I'm dealing with 24/7. Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand, man. And that's what I mean by, even with online dating, I'm not discounting it. I'm not saying you can't have great communication or even a relationship, but you do have to eventually meet. You know, there's a point when you eventually have to meet. So, outside of directly meeting in person, you've got to do as much as possible. It's messages, video confirmation, blah, blah, blah. Dates, online dates. I've actually done that where because of long distance, we just did online dates. You know, we book it after work. So if she finished, she might say Friday night was good for her, or Saturday lunchtime or nighttime. You see what I mean? We'd book a date and we'd just have a date like this. I'm not kidding. We'd ask you other questions, but it's actually much more concise. So she would have specific questions, or we just chat away? And again, there's no sexuality or there's no temptation because you can't touch them. You know, you're just having a video chat or a phone call or a message. So it's kind of nice because it makes you a bit more detached from that. But it even then it still doesn't substitute in person because you can see how they really act in person. And same with you, it's much more personable. Anyway, let's keep going, guys. It seems to still be working. I was worried this thing would break down or have another crash or delay, but it seems to be working. So I'm just flicking through. Okay, guys. So if there's no more questions, we might end it there. But if I'm happy to continue if anyone's still around. Take care, everyone who's watching. So just to recap, happy Australia Day. Happy what is it? Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year. Well, what else? Yeah, go ahead and check out the Facebook page, Be Adventures on Facebook. Go ahead and check out Instagram, my Instagram, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah, smash that like and subscribe button. Smash it, smack it, and guys, come on. I guess if that's it, I'm happy to call it. Otherwise, I can stick around and answer a few more questions, or bring up another talking point. Robert saying he had a friend, Roger, from Sydney, who used to own Rama Beach Resort in Botolan, just north of Olongapo. Okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of expats. Yeah, we got a lot of Australian expats and Australian and American going to Philippines. So yeah, I'm not surprised because that was very interesting that I'd met quite a few Americans in Philippines. Obviously like tourists or expats, whatever. But it was nice. It was actually nice to meet other travelers. To me, that's the best part. Actually, sure, you have the actual locations like beautiful beach and coconut, but there's only so many beaches and coconuts you can drink. I'm being serious. Like fresh coconut. Yum. But now what, right? So I think, well, at least for me, the best part of travel is meeting people. I actually find it very easy. That way you meet other interesting people and, wow, this person's been here and this person's been there. And it's nice. It's nice sharing your experiences. And yeah. Dina saying many vape stores are closing down in Philippines. Yeah, so we covered that earlier in Metro Manila. In Metro Manila. This guy, man, Lola's trolling again. Lola, sorry, brother. What's this? Yeah. Sorry, Lola. You can't keep doing that. Lola keeps bringing up SEX, like just keeps posting XEX. So I'm not sure what's that, Southeast Asian Exchange or South Exchange or Southeast Experiment or C Experiment. SEX, get it? C Experiment. So yeah, see, sorry Lola. So haha, you had your fun. Now you got blocked. Lola has just left the chat. Lola just left the live stream. So okay, anyway, yeah, so that was to do with Metro Manila. They're closing down vape stores, but I think it's because the devices were being misused. So they're using e-cigarettes and vape to put drugs, illicit drugs, be it marijuana oil, hash oil, or amphetamines, shabu, whatever. So I think it had to do with that. It's really sad, actually, because for those who don't understand, mine's just flavoring. Mine's just the apple. It's just apple flavoring, like shisha. It's a water pipe, just a liquid flavoring. So it's actually a quit smoking product, not drugs. So yeah, that's why I do it. I just do it because when you quit smoking, you fidget. And then also Dino syntax. sin tax is going up, so they're going to just increase Philippine taxes on alcohol, tobacco, and vape and e-cig. So, mate, what do we call it? Grog and durries went up. Do you know? Grog and durries. I made an Aussie mate, you know, he spoke with the slang. He goes, "Oh, mate, grog and durries went up." So grog is alcohol, durries is cigarettes. It's like old British slang. "Oh, mate, stone the flaming crows." Grog and durries went up. But anyway, I think they'll still be affordable. I still think they'll be affordable in Philippines, just a little bit more expensive, and it's going to be a gradual increase over a couple of years, something like that. You can look at the article. I posted it on my Facebook page. So the exact article, it actually gave the specifics on how much it was going to go up. So yeah, guys. All right. Well, since no one's talking about grog and durries. All right, guys. Happy Australia Day. That was a good one. Thank you all who stuck around, and apologies for the technical issues earlier, but it looks like we pulled through. We survived. Last call for drinks, guys. Bar is closing. If there's nothing else, I wish you all a good day. Have a good weekend, and thanks for watching.